Welcome to the video lecturing on basic mathematics. This probability. In this, let us take normal distribution. Let us take the definition of a normal distribution. The continuous probability distribution in which the probability function f of x is given by f of x is equals to 1 by sigma under root of 2 pi e raised to minus x minus mu whole square divided by 2 sigma square for all x belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity, where mu here is also belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity, and sigma is greater than 0 is known as normal distribution. This is the definition of a normal distribution. So this question is very important. This question appeared in 2017 for 5 marks. So clearly from this we can see that here f of x is always greater than or equals to 0. Because here e raised to minus means if you take in the denominator it becomes again positive. So everything is here greater than, it is positive. So it is f of x is greater than or equals to 0. And second condition is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of x dx is equals to. So minus infinity to plus infinity, here f of x is, you write this one, 1 by sigma under root of 2 pi e raised to minus x minus mu whole square divided by 2 sigma square into dx. Take this one as equation number 1. Let us simplify this one here. Let us put here x minus mu divided by root sigma is equals to t. That is, here after squaring this we will get this one here. So it is equals to t. Then this implies x equals to cross multiply this under root of 2 sigma into t plus mu, and dx is equals to, that is we have to convert this whole term in terms of t. Dx is equals to, here mu is again constant, only differentiation of t is dt, root 2 sigma as it is dt, and you have to change this limits also in terms of t because these two are the limits for the variable x. Now whole function is in terms of, we are converting in terms of t. You have to take this, you have to convert this limit also in terms of t only. That is, when x tends to minus infinity lower limit, then t also tends to minus infinity, because this relation x is equals to mu plus under root of 2 sigma t. Here when x is minus infinity, then t is also minus infinity, and similarly upper limit is infinity plus. So when x is infinity, then t is also infinity. So therefore this equation 1 implies here integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of x dx is equals to, this is constant, I will take it outside here, 1 by sigma under root of 2 pi integration from minus infinity to plus infinity e raised to, so this is t square, and dx is equals to, dx is root 2 sigma dt. Here this sigma get cancelled, and root 2 also get cancelled, only root pi remains. 1 by root pi integration from minus infinity to plus infinity e raised to minus t square dt. And here we know this property of a definite integrals, that is integration from minus infinity to plus infinity f of x dx is equals to 2 times of integration from 0 to a f of x dx when f of x is even. That is, here e raised to minus t square is an even function, we know this. That is, if you replace t by minus t, then function remain same. This is even function. I hope all of you know this even function means here. That is, if f of x is equals to f of minus x, then the function is called here even function. That is, replacing x by minus x, there is no any change in function, means it is even function. So here if you replace t by minus t, then function remains same, e raised to minus t square only. So it is equals to 2 times of integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus t square dt. And so this is from the definition of a gamma function. This you studied in 5th sem. Gamma function, integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus t square dt is equals to under root of pi divided by 2. Substitute here, and here pi get cancelled and 2 also get cancelled, it is equals to 1. So hence both the conditions prescribed in this definition of continuous probability function are satisfied. So therefore here this is a normal distribution function. Next is the mean of normal distribution. Let us take mean is equals to, we know mean is just x into p of x. Here in place of p of x we have integration from minus x to plus, minus infinity to plus infinity, x into f of x dx. So it is equals to, let us substitute the value of f of x here. F of x is equals to, this is 1 divided by sigma under root of 2 pi integration from minus infinity to plus infinity x into f of x value you have to substitute here, e raised to minus x minus mu whole square divided by 2 sigma square into dx. So this we know the definition of a normal distribution. So take this one as equation number 1. Here also same thing, you put here x minus mu divided by under root of 2 sigma is equals to t, so that after squaring this you will get this power exponential of this one. So again same thing as you have done in the previous case, x is equals to cross multiply this, you will get this, and dx is under root of 2 sigma dt. Again the same limits, when x tends to minus infinity, t tends to minus infinity, and when x tends to plus infinity, t also tends to plus infinity. Then equation 1 implies here mean is equals to 1 by sigma under root of 2 pi integration from minus infinity to plus infinity. This you have to substitute the value of x here. X is mu plus under root of 2 into sigma t, and it is e raised to minus t square, and dx is root 2 sigma dt. And here this sigma get cancelled, root 2 also get cancelled, only 1 by root pi remains, integration from a minus into plus infinity, and here this open this bracket, mu into e raised to minus t square plus this root 2 sigma t into e raised to minus t square into dt. So this is equals to, here also we can take this, first let us integrate this one, first term, in this mu is again constant, we will take it outside, mu by root pi, integration from minus into plus infinity, e raised to minus t square dt, plus let us integrate this one also separately. Here also this root 2 sigma is constant, I will take it outside, divided by root pi, and integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, t into e raised to minus t square dt. This is equals to, again it is in the as we have seen in previous case, it is e raised to minus t square is even function. So using the property of a definite integral, we can take this one as here 2 times of integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus t square dt plus root 2 sigma divided by root pi into 0, because here this t into e raised to minus t square, this t into e raised to minus t square is odd function, this is odd function. So therefore we know here this one, here you see standard deviation of a normal distribution. Again this question also appeared in 2017 for 5 marks. Let us take variance. Variance v is equals to integration from a minus infinity to plus infinity x minus mu whole square into f of x dx. So it is equals to, let us apply the definition of f of x. We know f of x is equals to 1 by sigma into root 2 pi into this e raised to minus x minus mu whole square divided by 2 sigma square, and this x minus mu whole square as it is into dx. Take this one as equation number 1. Again here also same thing, you just substitute x minus mu divided by root 2 sigma is equals to t, and everything is same as I have explained in the previous case. So therefore this equation 1 becomes this 1 by sigma into root 2 pi integration from minus infinity to plus infinity, this x minus mu. From here we can say that x minus mu is equals to cross multiply this root 2 into sigma into t, that is root 2 into sigma into t whole square it is. So after you will get here root 2 into sigma into t whole square. So this is what here, after squaring you will get here 2 sigma square t square, this one 2 sigma square t square you will get, and this one is e raised to minus t square divided into, and dx is here, dx is root 2 sigma dt. So here sigma get cancelled, root 2 get cancelled, and write the remaining terms. In the numerator we have 2 sigma square divided by root pi integration from a minus infinity to plus infinity t square e raised to minus t square dt. It is equals to, again we can apply the property of a definite integral. This t square e raised to minus t square is again even function. Just now I told you when you put t equals to minus t, then this function remains same. There is no any change here. Therefore, we can say that here it is equals to 2 times of integration from 0 to infinity t square e raised to minus t square dt. So, it is equals to 2 sigma square divided by root pi integration from 0 to infinity. Let us write this one in the simplified form. We can take t as it is, e raised to minus t square, and 2 I'll take inside here 2t dt, because so this is one standard. So it is 2 sigma square divided by root pi as it is. Let us apply the integration by parts method. Here this is first function and this one is second function. This is first function and this one is the second function. First function as it is, integration of second function minus integration of second function into differentiation of first function between the limit 0 and infinity. So this one is as it is again, t into, it is e raised to minus t square dt. It is in the form of this one. Integration of e raised to f of x into f dash of x dx is equals to, we know, e raised to f of x. Therefore, it is this t as it is, its integration is e raised to, it is in the form of e raised to f of x. Here f of x is t square and its derivative is, we need minus 2t. Therefore, because of that, here it is minus e raised to minus t square, and minus this integration of this one is again here e raised to minus t square dt between the limits 0 and infinity. So 2 sigma square divided by root pi as it is. Let us substitute the limits here. When you put upper limit e raised to minus infinity, we know 0, and minus here also again same thing here, integration of minus into minus plus, then this here v is equals to, just now I told you, here 2 to get cancelled, root pi also get cancelled, it is equals to sigma square, v is equals to sigma square. Therefore, standard deviation is equals to, we know, under root of v. So, under root of sigma square is sigma, which is the real number present in the given function.